Is it not going to pick up? I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Actually, I remember how to do my things that would be useful. Okay, so we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to give factory town a try. Played this before, but it definitely, to me, falls under the city builder-ish thing, because it's very similar in ideology to Timberborn, but instead of having what most games have, which is a more vertical progression, this one has sort of a mix of vertical and horizontal, so it's actually fairly interesting. Let's give it a go. I mean, I've played it before, so let's see, I've done that. I've done a bunch of the stuff in that campaign. So let's just do a sandbox. No. That's not what I want. I wanted a custom world. Here we go. So we can choose it. Can't remember what the default scenario is. So let's change this. You can actually see a little bit. Okay, so that's what a more flat world looks like. Oh, Discworld. We could literally play on Discworld. That sounds interesting. Let's give that a try. These are basically rule sets and things. Nothing special there. What victory conditions? Okay, so let's see if we can. Let's just set that to none so we can just build. Okay. So, with this game, let's see, what's the pause button? There we go. We're working on basically exploiting all of the potential resources we have around. So with that said, we need to sort of look at what those potential resources could be. Now some of them we don't have access to because we need to actually purchase that. We've got some iron, stone, grain, lumber, poultry's over here, carrots over there. So, put simply, we need to start off by building within this circle, and then we're going to expand it from there. So, oh, that reminds me, I need to make sure that I send my little notification thingy out to everybody in the various Discords. Okay. So that one there, I'm already on. That one's there. It's there. That one's there. chit chat thing. Podcast channel, yes, there. Self-promotion. Yep, there's one. Start here. Actually, let me bring that over here so I can make sure that I'm seeing everybody. Okay, so I know I get auto shoutouts there, but I don't here. So there we go. Jays doesn't shout out either. Where is it? There. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Need to get used to. Takes a little bit for my eyes to finish adjusting when I switch over to wearing the glasses again. Oh, right. Okay. So, these ones don't send out. Don't send out automatically. I wish they did. There we go. And, oh yeah, we'll throw one in here as well. Not that I think, the server there is just a little too big for me to get notifications. Okay. So. They have stuff going on. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, that bit's done. That bit's all done. Apparently, I am ready now. Should have done that previously. Okay. So, to start off with, we need to access a bunch of resources. Now, here on the left-hand side, we have the things we sort of need to meet a specific goal. And that lets us level up our tech level, basically. So, we need to do these things to get these things to happen. So, we have our 4 little citizens here. And we're going to start by building a house. Let's see, I actually want to, yeah, no, that's actually pretty decent. We're going to take a footpath. Okay, well, that's pretty decent. Okay, we're not going to build anything there. So, pull that to, that's right, we need to do this, and then right click, and then select where it comes back to. Okay, so here we're going to say, you are going to grab the grain, and you're going to bring it here. You are going to grab the stone, and you're going to bring it back here. You are going to grab the cotton and bring it back here. You are going to play. And we will build a little more out. Okay. So yeah, I'll let these guys off and do their thing. We can also speed the game up. At least I recall being able to speed the game up. There's a speed the game up button, isn't there? So yeah, we don't have any victory conditions, but we do have 10. So I'm going to run this series similar to how I did my city skylines, in that we won't have a specific end thing. But we do have some goals to achieve. Now, it'd be great if we can get to tech level 10. And that I think will be what I'll aim for on this. So, we have our various statuses. And yeah. Switch around here. Oh, wait. That one decided it was going to go away. Of course it would. Oh. Yes, that's done. Alright. Just had to have a quick look at my list of viewers because I'm sitting there going, wait, nobody said anything, but I apparently have 3 viewers as far as Twitch is concerned. Which that number is always wrong, so. So where are we at? So we've got 5 wood. Now let's start by actually looking at building some of this stuff. So the green areas are areas we have direct control over. So let's actually put the house in. I'm actually going to put, yeah, I put it too close before. So we're going to put 2 houses in. We do need to build 4. We can have up to 8 because each house can have a certain number of people living in it, so I actually now have a house. So let's also build that. Okay. So now everyone has a house. So now we need some more workers. This is the there we go. So we have a lot of things we can build, but right now we have a lot of things we can't build because we don't have the technology. So we don't have access to a lot of this stuff. So why are you telling me I can build it? We haven't got the tech. Level increases by producing specific items. So we need to build planks, and we need to get happiness up. So here's what we're going to do. What I want to do is expand this path out so that we're right on the edge here, and right there I'm going to put a woodwork stack. Now there's a lot of resources in this that are single use. So, as much as possible, we want to avoid using them. There are, however, a bunch of resources that are infinite use. And those we would like to use a lot of. So, one of the things I'm going to do here, though, is put a well in when I can. That needs 16 stone. No? What does it need? 25 stone and 10 planks. Okay, so we need to build that forestry building thing as fast as we can. It's the lumber mill, so we need to get another 20 wood. And pretty good job with the audio effects and such in the game as well, so I'm being quite happy with some of that. How it sounds. Whee! Oh, you are going for a walk on the water. Okay, great. So these are basically our population, but they're not the only ways of collecting things. So we want to use some of the less of them ways of doing things when we can. Oh, that actually reminds me. Let me save this. we go. How are we doing on supplies? A little more wood. So we're looking for 3 wood. Okay, I know what I'll do. I will do all like this. Because we're needing a lot of wood. Now the plan is, actually let's take you and have you come down over here and drop off. So the plan is, as much as possible, to build satellite areas for things so that we have resources that are being built in certain areas. So we will aim for that. So that needs 10 of those. Those are crates. Oh, right. If we do that, no, I'm getting out of myself. Let's just build the lumber mill. As soon as I build the lumber mill, they should be able to return directly to the lumber mill. So I need 20 wood logs to build that. We're able to put that down now. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to set this to build things. So we're going to set it to build planks. And then I'm actually going to drop a crate right there. And then this guy here is going to go here and then there. And then this guy here is going to go here and then there. And then this guy here is going to go here and there. And do we have anyone else sitting around? No, we do not. Okay. So we're also going to need another worker. We're going to have a worker having a couple jobs. So we're going to say pick up. No. Pick up from there. Drop off to there. Yeah. So that's right. And then we're going to say pick up from here and drop off to there. And then we're going to add a... Nope, don't have enough cash yet. Okay. Oh, and I've been apparently talking for a while and muted. So, if you didn't catch it, Kupo, hi, how you going? I wasn't trying to ignore you, I just was apparently being extremely muted. So, actually there's nothing in the storage crate, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that guy, we're going to move that one here, we're going to put them there and put them there. I need to get my well in. So that's what we're going to do, we're going to put the well there. Now, what we can do here is go to this one. No, actually, let's leave that as is. Do I have money for another one? How much is it for a worker? I think it's 5 coins for a worker. Okay. So we're going to take the water from there and we're going to drop it off there. Right now I have to do this manually, but we'll actually be able to build piping and so on later. And then we're going to pick up from there and return here. Now I also need one worker. Not enough work capacity. Okay, so I need to build more housing. So let's add to the slums. Need to increase the population level, which means we need to get everybody happy. So if we look at our happiness numbers, this tells us what they're getting, what's making them happy, what isn't making them happy. So we need to keep them fully stacked with stuff to cause that to happen. So early game, there's a lot of messing around with this sort of stuff. Okay. So we're getting carrots there. It's coming in. You know what, Mr. Cotton person, you're not going to be doing cotton. What I want you to be doing here is to grab the grain, bring it there, and then there. Bring it there, and then there. Is that the way it works? Yes. Okay. So you are going to deliver everything you're holding to... Yeah, get off. No. Just drop it off. Drop it off. Yeah, stop carrying it around. Okay. So, I want to take this guy, and I want to say, pick up from here, drop off there, then drop off there. So what that should do is actually create a loop where we have this, they'll pick up water from here, drop it off there if needed, and if not, take it all the way over here. So that's what we actually want to see happen. So we're going to save this one. We're going to do, actually, we're going to do that. You. Come here. There. 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 Yep. Then this one here. We're going to pause that. It has, as you can tell, as you can tell, it has been a little while since I started a game on this, so. Alright. So, we are stockpiling some materials here, and one of those materials is being carried by this guy? Yes. So, tell that guy to stop that. We're going to pick up from here. We're going to drop it off at the schoolhouse and then off at the main center. Okay. So I have a worker sitting around doing nothing. Okay. So our people can only carry so much stuff. That's pretty much just part of the course. So what we actually want to do is get it so that we're actually getting more here. So some of these aren't getting everything. So let's have a look at the supply. What is it that they're getting? So they're getting that. Nope, they're not seeming to be getting water. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to pick up from there, and then I'm going to say drop off at each of these houses. I know we should be building a stockpile of supplies here. Yeah, we've got 14, 15 or so. But what I'd really like to do is just everyone gets it. There we go. So we can up our population level. So we can build a... delete it. Can we upgrade it yet? I don't think we can. House reach level 2. Okay, yeah, we do that automatically. That makes things much easier. Okay, so here, we're going to take this guy, we're going to go there, and then we're going to drop him in the wooden crate. And I'm going to do the same with this guy. So we're going to say here, there, the wooden crate. So that way they should keep the wooden crate full. Alright, now we can do some research now. Okay, so grain processing. That unlocks the food mill. It's extra housing, that's the stonemason. Woodworking is the one that we really want there. But what I want, tech level 3 is farming. Let's go grain processing. And let's build. Oh, we have a general store we can build, so we'll put that in. I'm going to put that next to this guy. Actually, no, I'm not. What I want to do is put a little bit of space between it. So we actually want that there, and then we're going to add the footpath in. How far up can I do with that? There we go. Okay, so anything that goes into the general store here, such as this cotton, can be sold to the general store, which will make us profit. So, okay, we can upgrade this, so let's upgrade that. That lets us store more things. I'm going to slap a worker here, and I'm going to say pick up, drop off, drop off. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this will pick something up that can be sold here, then that will allow things to get. What are you trying to do there? You are doing something very strange. Here. Pick up from there, and then just drop off there. Fine. Whatever you're doing, apparently you're drunk. They sell stone bricks. Okay, so we actually have to specifically tell them things. So we're going to say, this guy, drop off there. Okay. So who's getting supplied from elsewhere? There, okay. So we seem to be doing okay. Now, we get a few things off and we're actually getting stuff underway. Okay, we definitely have a stockpile of water building up. So it's good. If we put items in crates, we could use them the same as if we put them in our town center. So that will let us do things like extend it halfway so that our people can move around a lot quicker. Okay. So the food mill, I'm actually going to put now. Gonna give myself a little bit of room. So the food mill, we need to select our recipe, and the recipe I'm going to select is flour. And so we are going to take this, we're going to stop doing that. I'm going to say collect from here, then go here, that's it. So I'm going to grab myself another worker. Where is the button? Here's the button. Okay. We'll slap another worker down. We're going to pick up the grain from here and we're going to drop it off there. And actually this one here, we're going to say collect the grain, bring it to here, and if you have any left over, bring it to the town hall. So we're creating flour now, once we have enough grain in there. So what we need to do is actually start using some of these conveyor belts and things. So this is where the woodworking stuff is going to come in handy. So I'm going to start by adding the woodworker. Now we have a barn, and a workshop, and sheds and things. So this is actually really going to be useful for us. So here's an interesting fact. If I spin the building that way, I can then take the chute, which is apparently locked. Why is it locked? I thought that's what we were supposed to get from there. Got a bunch of wooden conveyor belts. Required research chute. Oh. Okay, so we need to add to the research points. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to take a barn, we're going to slap it in here, and now, what I'm actually going to do is actually a little weird. We're going to take that, we're going to spin that around that way, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to spin it around that way. And I'm going to grab another barn, and put it there. And I think, actually, unfortunately, need more resources. Okay, so, yes, okay. We're going to get 20 of them. So here's what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to take that, I'm going to say go there, go there, go there, and then go there. I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to say go there, go there, go there, and then go there. And there is madness to my method. For now, yeah, this should be fine. Okay. So, where are we at? Actually need any of that yet. You got this guy here who's standing around going, what am I supposed to do with myself? Well, what you're supposed to do with yourself is actually learn how to play, but, anyway. Okay, lumber mill, so we're gonna build a workshop. I'm gonna put that down here. Now, workshops can make special items. So, we need to make wooden wheels. So we're going to say, yes, that one's going to make wooden wheels. We're going to take that and move over here. We have someone who's moving planks back and forth. I'm trying to remember where they are. That guy. Okay. So plank dude. You're going to pick up from here, you're going to drop off there, and then if you have any access, you got to put it over there. Okay. And then we also need to build a... We need to build a stonemason, but we need the stonemasonry research. Okay. Let's have a look at our research here. We're still points away from it. How many research points have I got? 22. And I need... I can't read that. The color scheme is horrible on that. I think it's 30? So it shouldn't be too much longer. Okay. Now let me see, if I move this, I think I can do this. And that should autofill. Okay. So you're standing around with a stick up your butt. Is there anything I can get you doing? Not really. Actually, I guess what I can do is I could take that, and then we'll set that. And then if I take this, go here, here, and then here. End up on there. That's the last one. Okay. Okay. So. I'm hoping the lack of clicking is a nice change. I'm getting used to using this other keyboard and that temporarily. Maybe I'll just use this for streaming, so that way make things a little easier. Give me the chutes. I can do more research. Can I do chutes? Yes, I can do chutes. Okay. So, chutes. So at the moment I've been doing some weird things with moving stuff around and such. What I'm going to do here now is actually really cool. That one can't move out of that. That one can't move out of that. Okay, so I need to be the other two. So that's nice to get rid of those. Wait, are you facing the wrong way? No, you're not. So chutes can only come in downhill, but what they can do, why would you be doing that? No. You're going in. This is the in direction. We're going to take this guy, we're going to say, no, don't do that. And we're going to say, go here and go to the end of that chute. Now what he's going to do is put his things there. He's going to go, it's supposed to go straight into the... Oh, right. Because there's a backlog. So it's not needed right away. So I'm then going to take the chute again, go in there. And this guy here, we're going to you. Oh, you. Pause. You. We're going to take him and we're going to tell him to drop it on the end of the chute. And so what will happen here is we then need to set up a little bit of logistics, which at the moment we don't have any specifically, but we're going to want to put the splitter in. So that's the next thing we're going to want to come out of the research over here. So that needs just more research points. Okay. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I can output from the food mill straight into them. That's why I say we're starting to build a retail. Retail? I don't know. One of the above. So actually, we're not using these. It's not using blocks, so how do I get rid of it? Good block. Move resource. Do I just select it and then go? Yep. Fairly sure if I do that. So that's the other thing, they start at the end of the thing, so if I do that, I actually take these guys, say you take to there, and then you take to there, and then if I get rid of that, I can say we'll take the chute out. Actually, we can bring the chute straight across. I'll automatically bring that into that. Wow, they're really not using much in the way of stuff here, are they? Okay. I mean, that's fine. So, hey Nebu, how you doing? Just giving a... This is one of my other sort of games of interest. pick those out. So there we go. So now they're filling up the barn here, which is letting that get some use. Oh, more research available. What can we actually get? We can get that logistics, yes. So we could do that. But right now, I think we actually need to get the masonry one. Because we need to build stone blocks. So we're actually going to move this guy over here. Because we can. And then I'm going to grab the building here, which is the stone masonry. We're going to put that there. Then we are going to take the barn and do nothing with it because, yeah. So we're going to take this guy, we're going to select that, we're going to say you there, then there. Actually, no, let's go there. Let's bring this in with shoots. So there to there. You will load it onto that. That will let us build that. So we're going to build stone bricks. I think this is more Saturday chill than anything else. Okay. So yeah, we're building the stone bricks. To get our population higher, we need 26 happy residents. So that's that. It's actually moving through that pretty quickly. I'm getting a decent chunk of cloth come through there. Let's bring that up to there. Extend this guy out to here. That's because I can. Okay, so I'm actually going to bring yes, I'm going to speak English very goodly at some point. For now we still need a few more of the basic raw materials. We'll sort that out a little better in a bit. You know what? I don't like the fact that that guy has to walk so far. So we're going to slap a barn right there. Then we're going to come around here. And I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put that in there. Oh, wait, do I have to actually have a background space? Okay, we'll put background space. Oh, I didn't like it. Okay. So we'll take that, and we'll tell them to put it in the barn. See what happens. Yes, you can put it in the barn. Okay. But we're not getting it coming out the barn. So we'll get our logistic blocks, and we'll put the grabber in, and then we'll put that in, and then, yeah, the barn will then just let it flood then. So we can put more people here on the barn, and that will do that. But the barn also gives us stone here for the input. So we're going to take this guy, and we're going to move it over to there. And he moves through the woods. Okay. New research available. Right. What's our new research? Upgraded town center, upgraded housing capacity, wooden conveyor belts. Need level 2. Oh, need basic logistics. Okay. So yeah, we definitely needed to do that. Okay. Good. Oh, now, is this outputting any of these? That to cloth and that to paper. Oh, I'm taking the paper all the way there. You have my paper. Okay. So you're going to pick up, and then you're going to drop off there. But we're actually going to move this guy, now that I realize that we actually are going to need the paper. We're going to put that there. So he doesn't have to go so far. So yes, we're going to fill up a paper storage. So this is the stuff that it has in stock. So who's doing what? What are you doing? You should be bringing that to there. Yes, that's... Oh, that's wool. Okay. I wanted the cotton recipe, not the wool recipe, so... There. I was wondering why nothing was really sort of moving along anyway, and then... Oh, okay. I see why. You are going to stop doing that. Take you to drop off there, then we'll come back in a bit. Okay, so we're going to move the schoolhouse here, and we're going to bring it to here. So our stone bricks here have filled up our output, so we need to store them somewhere. So let's do that. I don't know if I can bring out it with a grabber or no. Okay. Oh, jeez. My head if it wasn't screwed on. Breaking everything that I don't need to break. Okay, so you're going to be making that. We already made 10, so this will actually fill us out, but that was not what I was hoping to do. I need to build the conveyor thing, so that's here. We'll be there. So let's build another workshop, okay? Pick another workshop, slap it here. We're going to tell it we want to build wooden wheels. We are then going to take, actually, that won't let me, no. We can do our tech level upgrade, thank you. You're waiting for an item to pick up. Okay. So, stonemason to the brick. And how's our research doing? So we need more research points, which I'm not getting any. So let's stop the production of that. Now who's bringing what to there? You were bringing planks to there, so you are going to now go pick up. That's all you're going to do. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, no, you're going to pick up, drop off, and if you have excess, then you will drop that out. Okay. I know not very much happens in the game, but it's a nice relaxing game. Until it stops being relaxing, which will happen. Happens sooner than you might think. There we go. Up there. Up there. Okay. Building a decent stockpile of lumber up there, which is good. Build the conveyor belt. We'll just get whiny about stuff like research. Ah, it was level 4, right. So I needed that, and then you are going to pick up books, and you're going to drop them off there. So we actually completed books going here, which will allow us to generate more research points. And we are generating a lot more research points than we were before. Yeah. I almost think it's better to go without horses right at the moment. Okay. Come on, more research points. We should have... Okay, waiting for cotton. That's what we're waiting on. We have no cotton there, we have paper there. We have nothing up there that we're going to worry about selling. Stuff in the food market, we're okay on that. Okay. So that gets us one piece of cloth. Actually, you know what? Here's what we can do. We can say pick up, off. If that's full, we can put it over there. So we can research using regular paper if our workshop here is full. So and that will let us keep producing things and moving stuff along pretty quickly. And that gave us the research points that we needed to build the wooden conveyor belt. So there we go. So we're now going to go here. We're going to add a wooden conveyor belt to the list of things that gets manufactured. Okay, so we should start seeing some show up here. Oh, that needs logs as well. So we're going to take another feed from here. Alright, it's this one and this one. Right, yeah. So I can take that, I can bring it around here. And if I get rid of that one. No, get rid of. Can actually do this. And then logic blocks, we're going to put a grabber in, and then, so I don't have to run another human, human thing to fill that out. And so now we're starting to build the wooden conveyance. What do I need here? Wooden rail is what that will give me there. Okay. So I'm going to take another barn, I'm going to bring it over here and put it there. And I'm also going to take these and I'm going to say, no, not that. We are going to turn that off. And then this one here is going to allow wheels. And wooden conveyor. So we'll be able to stockpile an extra 50 of them there. If I remember correctly, how many have we got there? We've got 10 in storage, okay. So what are you doing? Oh, you're waiting for that. So you're going to stop doing that, and you're going to come over here, and you're going to move that to there. And I'm going to actually tell you to stop doing that and move those to there. As soon as we have enough of the conveyors, we can start actually using the conveyors to move things around. So we have 2 conveyors. So right there now, that'll actually pull paper out from here when it gets made. I see. So, pick up, drop off there, then there, then there, then there. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, that lets us put a road over the top. Yes. Set that to no. We actually want to have no filter. So it will, oh, apparently that isn't enough. Okay. So we're going to want to have 2 conveyors then. Okay, you're going to pick up everything and you're going to move it over there. And while that's going on, I'm going to rearrange some of this. So, we need 2 conveyors, one here and one here. This one here is going to move wooden wheels, and this one here is going to move the conveyors. And I'm going to stop that one because I realized I'm going to try to empty this. So, new research available fluid pipes, yes. Okay. How do we make fluid pipes here? I'm out of somewhere that's a little weird. Because I always remember them coming out of somewhere that's a little weird, so who knows? Yes. They come out of the lumber mill, of course. Where else would you get your fluid pipes? Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not thinking my way through that. That sounds like it's a lot of breeding, and, yeah. We try not to do that around here unless we have to. So what's that? Books. Okay. So we want that to move books, which means this guy can start standing around, knows what he's doing. We're going to take another building, we're going to slap another, actually, what is that? Is a workshop? Yes, we actually want a barn over here. Oh, we have a barn on the toolbar here. So yeah, we're going to put that like that. Actually, you know what? Let's move that over to here. Is this one here ready to move? Yes, it is. So we're going to take that guy there. We're going to say move this thing. We're going to move it to there, so it actually is in the correct location. Then we're going to put those there. And then we're going to run that road up there, actually. Wait, really? Okay, fine. Okay. So this one's not doing anything and that one's not doing anything. And we have a pile of stuff over there that needs to be processed. So we're going to pull that one into there. You are waiting for something. What are you waiting for? Oh, you're waiting for the output here, the planks. Okay. So we're going to connect again, and we're going to go yoink, and it's going to pull planks out, and then we're going to tell you to come over here with the rest of the people who are standing around, pretending to work for a living. Okay. So, can't afford, build more, bring more resources to town center or storage buildings. Okay, so what do I need for that? Lumber mill needs 20 logs. Okay. So, how many logs do I have? 5 at the moment. Why are they not 20 more? Okay. So this one here. Oh, you. You are going to go there, and then you're going to just kind of drop off there. You're not going to do anything else. So you're not going to do that. You're going to come over here. You're going to harvest that wood, and you're going to take it to there. Yes, it's a long way away, but hey, deal with it. Okay, that's going to start building up our stone brick storage, which is what we want. Give a reasonable amount there. Actually, you know what? The person who's chopping logs here, just take them to the town center. That way we'll have a pile of useful logs later. Okay, how's our research? We're doing fairly decently. Farming is the next thing we need. With farming, we start actually really opening up. Farming and forestry, yes. Those are the two things that basically open up the game from here on out. What am I going to ultimately build here? Well, there's a... sorry for missing this. I was bragging about what I was doing. So, I'm trying to just get we'll get the tech up to maximum, but eventually we're going to have we will basically have the entire map. Yes, it's in a disk, so we're going to have a disk vault. And we basically want to have this thing pretty much pumping out as best as we can. So there is a tech tree that I'm going to sort of focus on. There are some victory conditions that we could have applied. I actually turned them off for this one because I just want to let's pull what we get. And of course, seating is on, so if people have things they want to see me do, then that's also perfectly reasonable. So there are all of those things that are available. Okay, so that's building through there, that's doing that. Off conveyor belts and things. Okay, so we want to get the farm built. Oh, can I build the lumber mill yet? Not yet, give it time. New research available. Okay, so what's the research? Farming! Yes! Okay, I'm skipping through the tooltips because these are things that I've seen before. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go here, we're going to go to farming. We're going to find, actually no, it's not farming, it's under buildings, because of course we put the farm building under buildings, not under farm. Okay, so we now have a farm. I'm going to get a water supply. How I'm actually going to do that is a little different. Where is that? Builds. Tools, right. Terrain block, yeah. Okay. Damn it, I need more red resources. Okay. I guess we'll have to do this the other way then. Actually, that's in the wrong spot. It needs to be up one. So that its entire map area here is not on anywhere else. And yes, I know that was kind of logical. Oh, can't afford, need to bring more. Oh, need more planks. Wow, really? So I need to rearrange this, so I need to have an actual... I need to have a buffer between these, so we will do that in just a moment. So I'm going to say pick up and drop off there. Add another worker to there. I need my houses. Okay. I knew I was going to run into that at some point. For now, what I'm going to do is just that. And then we're going to rotate that around and then rotate that around. Okay. Put that in there. Okay, so these houses become available to us. So now if I add another worker there, then that's getting the process a little faster as well. So okay, our storage is actually full here, so we will fill our internal output here first. But we still need that buffer block in. So that is something that will need to happen. I don't have any workers, we're going to add a worker. I need to dig a well at some point. That needs that actually. So you're doing that. Let's just add one of these guys and we'll pick up from the well or check if they are for now. Later we'll fix that. We have 22 regular logs. How are we doing with this? Lumber mill. So take that. We're going to take the lumber mill here. We're going to change the recipe out. We're going to say build a fluid pipe. There we go. Oh. Oh, here's planks. Oh. So you're bringing water to them, so I don't want you to do that anymore. And yeah, so no, I only just literally told it to do that, like right now. We're going to take that off, and then we're going to take this guy and deliver the wood there. So that'll stop building us the piping, and then we won't have to carry water around. We will literally have indoor plumbing in all of our buildings. At least all the ones that need it. And this should start once it has the appropriate amount of wood. Here we go. In the barn we have some fluid piping. Okay. So here's what I need to do. Toggle light. So anywhere that's green can use or store that particular resource. So what we then need to do is go to pipes. We're going to add fluid pipes. There. Literally that was the one of the first things I'm going to do. And then so this guy here will now be permanently supplied with water, and we won't need to have someone running water back and forth. This one here is not needing water, so we're not going to worry about it. And how are we doing with everything? Okay. Stop that. Okay. So, animal pastures will make things easy for us as well. So with kitchen, but first things first, wasn't this? Why do I have messages here? Oh. Because there go live messages from channels that I happen to be watching. So, let's see, that's there, that's there. How many fluid pipes do I have here? 5, okay. Let me take the fluid pipe and plop it there, because I actually don't, I know I have a move tool key, I don't need to. Oh yes, and pipes have directionality. So fluid can only move a certain direction in the pipe, so... Yeah, so what I'm going to do is actually pipe in to all of these buildings, so everyone here will always have water, and I won't have to have someone cutting water to each building independently. So, there's the forestry one. Yeah. Forestry has a massive advantage for us. And that's, see how we've got all these guys running back and forth doing stupid things? Yeah, we don't need to have that anymore. So if we put this down, the moment they're going to, because there's already wood there, they're going to chop that down, which is great. But what we can do is, when we get some fertilizer, we can actually plant tree farms of our own. So for right now, we're just going to sort of ignore that for a bit. I need to build farm tiles. Oh, it needs that. Okay. So that's going to need fertilizer, which means I need to do the next research thing, which is the animal pasture. Okay. So working ahead of myself. That's always the way with this. Away. As I keep pushing it instead of pushing that button instead of doing other things. As I keep feeling like I've got my hand being involved in things. That's weird. But I don't like it. Okay. So I'm going to take that guy. I'm going to tell them to stop hitting. So this one here. We're going to... Should I deforest next? You know what? I have a forest over here, so let's bring that over. And have that just stored in my base there. Okay. A bunch of carrots there. Okay. We're getting a bunch of fluid pipes, so how are we doing that? We're actually doing pretty well. Can I? Yes, so that's the first building. Supply. Huh. Second building supplied. Wells produce a certain amount of water as well, so we actually need to be a little careful with that. What we can do is add more wells, which will more capability. But this doesn't have any sort of effect for having too many wells in an area or something like that. So you can literally stack them side by side, and it will happily let you do that. Yeah, so what happens with trees, and this guy, is he doesn't actually cut them down, necessarily, but, well, he cuts them down, but when he does, he replants a tree that's there. So what we want to do is actually, think I can move this, can I? No. No. Okay. I just let it try it because sometimes this game lets you do so many things like that. I mean, right now I thought is what I really should be saying. Okay, so that's going to be available for that. Actually, let's get rid of all the workers because we have no need for that. Because without fertilizer, it can't do anything. I'm just going to say auto manage recipes. At that point, if I put a farm down, it will just let me do it. Um, so let me see. Oh, that's right. I can do this. So I'm going to connect grain all through there. Actually, not there. We're going to leave a little bit of space there. So what I actually want to do, we'll start at the back here. So on regular soil, your crops will not grow anywhere near as good. But I can grow cotton. And I can grow... So I can grow tomatoes, berries, potatoes, and carrots. So... can only place on farm tile. Oh, okay. So now what'll happen is these guys will grow up. Now, because there's no affinity on the soil or anything like that, we actually wind up running into a bit of an issue by having some of those things. So, okay. Now where are we at? Can I actually build wooden rails require the rail research? I can see it. So let's do that. Oh, and can I build the wagon? Yes, I can. Okay. So wagons can't be used to harvest things, but they can be used to move things. So if I have materials that I want to move to a central point, I can do that with the wagon. So that's one of the advantages of that. So what I wanted, what it is. I don't want this shit. 150 research points. Okay. So these actually grow really, really slowly normally. But as you add things like, so if you add the farm tile underneath it, it gets more effective, etc., etc. Waiting for space. Oh, I like to see it. What are we waiting on here? We're waiting on cotton, I think. Interesting. So what we'll wind up having here is this well here will eventually grow cotton for us. And so we'll actually probably build a wagon at first, but eventually we'll build a rail car. We'll transport stuff over here for us. Hmm. Okay. Wait, what? You got a question mark in your head for some reason? I don't understand. Okay. So yeah, hopefully we can max out all of those. Oh, that can be upgraded. Okay. I think we'll leave that for now though. Because upgrading this doesn't actually improve anything for us other than the amount it can store. I'm not really that concerned by how much can be stored inside the town center. Oh. Need another fluid pipe. Look, there's another fluid pipe. One more, and I can get the guy who's doing the back and forth, dropping stuff off thing. He can stop doing that. There we go. Okay, so there's a guy who's collecting water. Yeah. No, doesn't need to collect water anymore. Come over here. So yes, we'll then take this guy and we will tell it to build up some of that. So there we go. So now we have cotton. So each time you grow a crop on an area, it'll actually let you build more of it. So here we've got a bunch of this. Now, what we have here is I need to specify what we're pulling out. So there we're saying we're going to pull out grain only, because we actually don't want it storing any of the rest of it. So we can collect grain, grain. So if I do this and specify cotton, I can then bring that into a crate right in the end here. So I don't have any workers here, so now that I add some workers back, we're now going to start actually harvesting some of this. And then we have auto harvesting now occurring, which will build up a storage of that. Now, animal pasture, here we go. So, animal pastures give us an interesting series of things. So, let's take an animal pasture. Let's bring it here. Now notice it doesn't actually need a huge amount of space. It's just the block itself that is needed here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy, we're going to rotate it that way. We're going to tell it to make one specific item is what we're going to tell it to do. And what we're going to do is tell it to have it make fertilizer. Actually, you know what? Can I move that? Yes. So if I move that way. So it's making fertilizer. This one here, we're going to change its recipe. We're going to add a recipe for it to be able to make animal feed. I'm then going to, I think, a chute will let me pull this out. No, that's animal feed. Yes. Okay. So then we'll take the chute, we'll bring it to there, and we'll then bring in animal feed. Animal feed plus water equals fertilizer, because that is how the universe works currently. Actually, I want to give some space, so we're going to do that. So that pulls out the animal feed from there. And if I bring this, that will pull pretty much anything. So we have a loop that's going to happen here. So back to our piping. And I knew we were going to need excess, which is why I was building excess. And I'm going to actually run. Let's see. I'm going to run this that way. And then this one here can go to here. Can't do any more than that right now because I'm waiting for more fluid pipes. There we go. And this one here I'm going to bring up and you do wind up using a lot of some of these extra resources to actually. So a well. Okay, so I can put another well in, which is good. Because that will mean more water into the network. Oh, and actually, if we take that out, and I add that that way, add that to there, and then that'll keep it as well. Yeah, Frosty here doesn't need anything there. They basically standing around staring at the wall, which I'm okay with for the time being. Okay. So now we need that. Actually, you know what? You. I'm going to have you add another drop-off point, which is there. Okay, so we're going to say, you're going to harvest from there, then drop off there if you're full. You are going to harvest from here, drop off there, then there if it's full. So that should actually make sure that we're getting enough wood into the lumber mill here to supply things. It's out. I wasn't paying much attention. So if I take this guy, put it that way, and then I can do this. And then here, we can do that. And nobody needs to drop off here ever again. Okay, so pick up there, drop off there. Pick up there, drop off there. Pick up there, drop off there. Okay. And so now we should have a much easier time of getting what we need. Okay, so this doesn't sell water. Can this sell water? No, it can't, but that's fine. So I have some guy who is bringing color. Okay. So now we can supply more fertilizer, we can actually start building out farmland here. I'm not going to for a bit though. I'm going to wait for this to fill up. And then I'm going to start using some of that fertilizer to start building some plant areas. That is full. Okay. Let's leave that for a little bit. Actually, fertilizer there. Let's add a second worker so we can get the grain out faster. Which is the animal feed. If you upgrade the pasture, it actually works a little faster. So without having to add more workers, we're getting more efficiency out of the pasture. And there we go. We're actually starting to build a stockpile. So now I can start adding in some of these things. So like a tree planter. So literally, I like to do now I need to get some coins, so I need to sell some more stuff. Now it's yellow coins that I actually need, so that is what I am looking for there. So we can plant different tree types. Now if we plant different tree types, they won't help us with wood, but they can add things that can be harvested. So like if I add apple trees, the forester we can set to collect apples and not chop the tree down. So we can do a whole bunch of neat things like this. We're just going to use trees for now, and trees, because we want a wood supply. And there's our first planted tree over. And then every time I get a few coins or notice what's going on, I'm going to then come back here and add a few more things until eventually the forester will take over from all of these guys running around like crazy idiots. Though at the moment, they're actually doing something useful for us, which is clearing some space for us. So I'm not that particularly worried about them right now. Yes. These guys will actually grow up pretty well. So they're slow growing, but once they're grown, they'll actually be very, very useful for us long term. And this area is now fully available to us. So let's start turning some of this into farmland. So for that, we just need to go back here, and it's going to cost us 10 hectare. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, wait, I can put 4. But at the moment, our yield, we get about, we get 11. Is the default of 10 plus everything else. The growth progress is also like this. If you go to this guy, however, it actually grows a little faster. We're also going to have all of those other benefits. So our total yield goes from 11-ish to 31 just by adding the tile underneath. So it becomes very beneficial to do that sort of thing. Which gives us more grain, which adds to the flour and animal feed production, which improves everything overall. So yeah, I mean, literally this is what we're going to do from here on out. It's just upgrades like this. And yeah. 20 coins. We're at 25 coins. Coin! Coin! Was thinking to myself there for a bit. Brain went to, oh yeah, I just do this and then I just do that. XYZ. Okay. So yeah, I don't actually need a massive yield for the cotton. I'm mostly doing some clearing there at the moment. So what I am going to do, however, is get workers here, and I'm going to buy a wagon as soon as I can afford it. Because I'm going to use the wagon to transport from there to the other side. Actually, wooden railroads. Oh, they need red. Yeah. So I'm going to use the wagon for that. There we go. So I'm going to take the wagon. I'm going to say pick up this. And you are going to drop off here. And so the wagon can carry a lot of goods. It's a little slower than a typical worker. A lot of that is to do with the fact that it's on regular. So. So there, we're building cloth, which lets us build. We're building cloth faster, which lets us write books faster, which lets us do our research faster. Volume boosters. And yeah, if you hover over, it tells you what you make by selling them. So I had somebody who was doing something that I didn't really care if I was planning on switching them out, wasn't I? Doing that, I can't remember who that person is or where. Okay, we're at 91, so let's add another tree in. And right now it's all, oh, I'm gonna get this one tree in, and I can do it one at a time. But we'll actually build up to being able to really boost things. Okay. Yep, may as well collect all of that. What I will find there. Yes, I do actually want a full barn full of fertilizer. It's eventually, well, yeah, you use it. Yeah. Okay. So here's something I am going to do. I'm going to rearrange this because I'd like to put a barn in the middle here. So I'm going to pause that and then get rid of all these. And get rid of all that. Take that guy and bring it around to here. We're going to say move to build a barn here. And it will keep it. Okay. But I need to set this guy up. Oh. Alright. How How are you doing today? I hope it is well. Okay, so, yeah, I didn't really need that much in there. Oh no. Dang it. You were saying for a little while that you were concerned by the possibility, so... Disappointing that it got there. So... No, it's 20. Okay. Oh, we got a wood affinity up there. Actually, if I take that one right there. Yeah, okay, so when that grows, that'll actually go out. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Okay, let's add another worker. What's the speed of that? It's coming through there. We've got that coming through there. This will build that. May as well store that. It's going to give us a lot of stockpile. Okay, you're just going to drop off once you get some space in there. We can build these roads, so let's switch those out. Because these allow people to move faster. They use up some of the resources that these guys were up here, so that's good. Actually, let's chop those trees down as well. This is happening pretty decently. Not yet ready for that. Okay. So fun. Current yield is 16. 5, what's that? 1.2. So let's go around to 4. That's why that one's high rated. That's my research points. I have the research points, so now I just need the cash. Okay. So then we want to work to getting the wooden railways, because then this guy here will not be doing that. So. We have a water thing filling out, which is good. You're carrying that. So what I'm going to do is tell you to go here. So we're going to say take that to there. This one here, I'm going to say take that to there. We shouldn't have anybody standing around staring at the walls going, what? What? Oh, that only needs to come into there. Okay, that's good. Okay. You know, I'm about to have an ad. So what I may wind up doing is ducking off for a sec, grab another drink, etc. I'll be. Yeah, drinking God. Okay. So we need to start selling some materials to make some money. And what can we sell? We can sell wagon wheels and planks. Wagon wheels sell for 3 coins. Plank for 2, so... Who do we have who doesn't seem to be doing very much? I'm gonna pause this. No route to target. Oh. Wow, you guys are, we'll say clever? Oh, actually, I should have moved that back a little bit. There's not as much room for... There. Four. Do that. Okay, so get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, there wasn't as much room for trees up there, so... So we'll move that back a little bit. Then... Just to make it more obvious what I want them to do. How I would like them to move around. So here, we'll get you to just drop that. Yeah, there you are. You are going to drop off there. And there's no space for that, so you drop off there. No. Wow, none of you can really drop off anything. Okay. So now what is you to pick up that and deliver it there. Okay, apparently he gave up on the thing that he was carrying or something. Okay, that works. Because that'll give us more red coins. Which will come in handy. Okay, so research. Wooden railways are what we want. I'm not worried about the payload kitchen. Don't need that yet. What does that need? Intermediate logistics. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here that opens up when we get down to that. We need the 200 red coins. Plenty of other research, so... Actually, before I do that, let's put in these, and then... we'll fill it with trees. So we spent a bunch of cash just then. Yeah, we did. But as we said, then more and more, it will open up more and more features for us. With coffee alone, I set my mind in. So what are you guys waiting for? You're standing around, you know, hemorrhoids or something. Well, that's something I can do here. So if I go here, that one is support arch. And then I can take this ramp here, put that there, that ramp, put it there, another support arch in. I don't know why that one went up here. Wanted it there. We have a tree here that I need to get rid of, so we can actually just pay to remove it. Okay. Put that there. Put this ramp around here. We'll take that over. Yeah. That was apparently what they wanted. Was another way around. Okay, so they got it. Good for them. Someone should tell them that they don't always get what they want. But sometimes it's what they need. So. If you ask sometimes, I get what you need. Okay. So plenty there, plenty there, plenty there. There we go. Yeah, that pretty much drastically improves things. 4. You seem to be selling pretty well. Plonk some more trees in. The idea is that I don't ever want this just sitting there. I want it sitting there full. I don't want it sitting around going, I'm waiting for trees to grow. So, I mean, trees grow really, 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 really slowly. Look, this is full. We're looking up here. Isn't that nice? Okay. How is our research doing? Wooden railways were still 100% off. Intermediate logistics was still plenty off there too. Okay. Let's have another look at it. And if we can get that stockpiling, that would be really useful. I also wouldn't mind boosting the silo, but that would be a little bit longer. More affinity happening. Yay! I think I'll just sit here on the plant trees thing while we wait. I could have sworn there was a way to speed things up. Good status research. You know, while I'm sitting here doing this, let me look up Google. And what I'm seeing here suggests that there is in fact no game speed settings. Dang it. The problem with not having game speed settings is it's really hard for me to go, okay, so I've done a bunch of things, and now let's fast forward time so you guys don't have to sit through all of it. Alright, so we're at 188. So I know my schedule says I'll be stopping at 5 today. Apparently I get a bit more time for myself. So I'm actually going to take a probably 10-minute break then. Grab myself a little snack and that, and then I'll come back and play some Subnautica. So. Which seems to also vaguely be of interest to some people. Though I know you all just come here for my wit and personality. Listen to me talk to myself. Great, okay, cool. So we've got our 200 points now, so wooden railways, there we go. Yes, we can transport a ton of stuff, yes, exactly. So, here's how we are going to do this. So, wooden rail. We're going to go... I need to build more resource things. Okay, so what do I need to build? Yes, I built it there. Okay, so that needs cut stone and regular stone. So we're going to say yes to wooden rail, and then going to take this to set this as a rail filter, and then we're going to count it's allowed to store it. So we're then going to hang on. We're going to say wooden rail. So yeah, this guy is going to be looking for stone. So we're going to take another one of these guys. So we'll find another one. We'll build another one of those. We'll go yoink. We're going to say pick up stone from here and drop it off there. Also going to just do that. We'll figure out about making things nice at some other point in time. and we seem to have a surplus of flour. So, add another worker, so we're producing faster on the flour, which should allow us to add more to things here. I'm actually going to keep this one here, and I'm going to upgrade it. Let's hit a wider range too. Not very much, but a little bit. I noticed the houses get a little bigger, so they get a little fancier on the layout, so that's sort of what we want to happen. So I have a single person carrying a single thing up there. So I'm going to stop that. I'm going to build a wagon. I'm going to say pick up that and drop off there. And when I figure out which one is doing the drop-offs there, select them, I'm going to move them up here, and I'm going to do a horrible thing. Link them. Okay. So, cloth conveyors require intermediate logistics, which means that. Boat building requires all of that. Now, boat building, oh yes, that lets us do the fishery eventually, so we'll want to do that. So if you look at the actual research thing, it tells you what you get from it and what it will allow you to do eventually. So that's actually something that is an interesting thing. So here, I actually do want to unlock the kitchen. And then I will unlock boat building when I get the next 200 credits. So the reason for unlocking the kitchen, if I go here, where is it? So the kitchen is a building that lets us create materials for sale. So I can take this here, and we can set recipes, and literally I have a bread recipe as an option. And there's all these sorts of things. So you can have potatoes, you can use flour. So this is the bread, so there's no real need for that when flour and fuel gives us bread as well. But we can do things like juice and all this sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see bread. You can also do juices. The juices are nice because they don't require anything other than the fruit itself, and they are pretty fine. So what I'm going to do here now is pause again. I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to bring it in. Actually, we are going to specify that. And then you are going to actually let me select that thing the way I want it to. And then we're going to have flour there. There we go. So we'll have flour going into here, but we also need a fuel source. Now, we can use coal, or there's all these wonderful logs over here that aren't being used for anything. So, being used for anything, are they? No, are they? They just seem to be sitting around. So, we're going to pick up logs, and we're going to drop them off there. And then, while I'm here, I'm going to put in the wooden pillar and scaffold ramps, and then we're going to run. Actually, you're not going to do that. And you know what? 3 segments seems fine. Nah, actually, let's take that out to a 5 segment when I can. So people have to deal with it. So at that point, what we're going to do is use the wood that we're getting huge piles of, and in fact was trying to clear some of it out. We're going to use that as the flame source for our kitchen. And so we can use anything that provides a fuel source in the kitchen. So, can't afford. What does it stop saying? What are you waiting for? Oh, I set that to the wrong building. So we're going to pick up from here and we're going to go to the correct building. Oh, not the incorrect building. It turns out sending it to the incorrect building doesn't do anything for us. Okay. Then we can make sure all of these are set as farm tiles. I'm going to do the same thing here. Yeah, no wait, I'm not, because I don't have any money for that. Put some green here. As I get some more, I'll plant some more. There's an issue with my doing that. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do next, is I'm going to take this guy there. We're going to start selling bread, which is going to make us more money. Where are you trying to go to? Wow. You're drunk. Yeah, let's just move you. Actually. Let's do that, and then move you here. Okay. I've been moving things manually for a bit now. But this guy here is just doing something very silly. So we're going to move him here, and then I'm going to take that, make it a little taller, and then put his spot block right, because I actually need to have the scaffold up there. Set this one here to the wooden wagons. And now, nobody is carting them. And they just go straight to the store for sale. No need to move stuff around like that. Alright, so let's come back over here, plant some more grain. There we go. More fertilizers coming in. We have that from the upgrades. Let's add another worker there. We make sure we push out the materials to the barn as quickly as we can. Okay, is there anything else that I would like to do while we're here? Not really. Where is that moving it to? Ah, there. Okay. Let's check in on our research. What can we do? Intermediate logistics? Yes, we can. So let's do that. Let's just do a whole bunch of other weird stuff. That's off conveyor belts. Okay. We'll take out that building. Okay. So is there anything else I want to have moving around? so we're going to do that and that. Ah, so we should have been building the wooden rails. Yes, we have 32. Okay. So. Here's the thing about rails. We can set them up quite well. And if I'm right, yep, that'll do that. Okay. Yeah, that puts the automatic things underneath, so that's that. Okay. So here I actually want to be at height also. I'm going to actually put another barn in. Now, I don't want to put it where I've got crops potentially growing, so I'm going to do that. Should have moved that up a lot. Actually, you know what? Let's not cross the road there. Let's cross the road here. I'm going to do that. It's going to collect from there. So cross the road there. And the brain. Can't move that because it's not empty, so we're going to get rid of that one. That around so it goes into there. It's just going to fill this guy. We're then going to turn these off. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to have scaffolds. Take the rail here and bring it around to there. And then we're going to put a corner piece in so it looks like I intended it to be a bridge like that, which is what I did intend. If anyone says otherwise, we're going to build the Taylor, build the Civics boost. Oh, okay, I can build coin boosters. Okay, good. So we actually have everything that I can spend money on with money spent on it. Here's the one that's sitting around. You. Okay. Yeah. You. Who else have I got who's sitting around not doing anything? You. Okay. You. You're getting delivered as well. Okay. So, railroad control. So we want minecart unloader. It's going to unload into that. Uplink to any adjacent building. What's that? Chopped liver? Oh, does it actually? I think it has to be at a specific spot. Yeah. It does have to be at a specific spot. Oh, maybe it's the other direction that it needs. Okay. No, it doesn't. You. You have a road in. Oh, Minecraft loader. Not unloader. It's loader. There. Okay. And so now, well, they had gates? Interesting. Okay. So we're going to add a minecart, and we're going to put it here. Actually, can we just spin you around the other way? Oh. Okay. That's the case. Okay. So if I have to do that, then what I'm going to do is move things over here. Yeah, the other way. Okay. So, put the scaffolding arches in, bring them around to here, put the upright in there, this guy, it's going to go there, that's going to go there, that's going to go away. And we're also going to put in a Minecraft loader, and there we go. Okay. So I can actually have, so where is this? Go back here, I can add another minecart if I'm attention. Apparently I'm doing a really great job of not paying attention. Okay. So wooden minecart actually hooks them up as a single train. This can only hold so much, so what I'm planning on doing is only cutting over there the stuff that it can hold and on top. So it's not fast, but where we're going at this point, we don't need speed. I mean, eventually we will. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty full. It's coming through there. We're grabbing stone from there to take it over to here. And the wooden minecarts, they're not fast by any stretch of the imagination, but they are reliable, basically. So here's the other thing. We can now switch out our wooden rails for cloth conveyor belts. So we can make those with wagon wheels if we wanted. And that's what I think I'll do. I'll tell it to do that. It's going to need some cloth itself. So let's add that. A extra worker. Let's right here across the top of the street add wooden conveyor belts to move cloth. And let's add a few extra workers here so we're pushing out more. So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to say, nope, that's going to move cloth conveyor belts now. Okay. And then we're going to say this one here is going to be conveyor belts. We're going to have it use cloth conveyor belts. Yes, I know it doesn't have cloth conveyor belts in there at the moment, but that's fine. We can deal with that. So, equals planks, things like that. Okay, so that's doing okay. So how are we doing? I think we need to be pulling more cloth from over here, so let's let that fill up more cotton. And what I could wind up doing is just putting in a workshop just for cloth over here. And I think I will do that. Because, yeah, I want to get the next tech level, we need to do that. But as it stands right at the moment, from nothing we have gotten to a fairly significant base environment. So let's add manual items. Weapon nails. Yes. Okay. See what's going on here. So we want to actually build another workshop, so I'm going to do that right now. Grab this workshop, we're going to slap it here. Need another plank thing coming out. It's a barn, so we already have that situation dealt with. So, open scaffold, open scaffold, open scaffold. We actually don't need that one there. So, we have to take the conveyor belt. Just set it that way. Then take this guy, select the recipe, we're going to add. Yes. The wooden wheels, because we're selling those at the moment, or we will be. And then, just because I like to have the ability for my people to walk underneath, I'm going to be adding the extra ramps like that. So, people can move around underneath throughout most of it. Here it doesn't matter because we actually don't want them crossing back and forth here. So what we're going to do here is just turn that off and let that last one cross here. And here we're not going to be selling any more wagon wheels, so that's fine. Okay. So yes, we'll be creating wooden wheels that we'll be stockpiling for use to make cloth conveyor belts. As soon as we have cloth coming through here. Which makes me think that what I want to do is actually add an extra loop to this, bring in cloth from over here. So let's put in a workshop over here then. That is the workshop building thing. There we go. There. Face it towards each other. We're going to add a cloth from cotton. We're going to add cloth from wool as well, because it don't matter that much. Okay, so we're going to pause this. We're going to get rid of that one. Pause that again. There we go. Leave that that way. Yes, I know that did a weird thing there. It'll be fine. I'm going to actually change direction like that. Then we're go to rail cars, railroad control, minecraft loader. So that's going to load up. That is going to load up plus. I'm actually going to specify what it is that we're loading into it. Okay, so bring that to there, we'll lift that up to there, we'll bring that here, and there. It's going to bring that here. And so yes, we'll be building cloth from here on out there, so we can do this. To do that. There. Okay. So I'm also going to add another. Actually, to do it that way, it won't work. The reason is you have to go out one, then turn, and then go in. Because conveyor belts don't have sharp turns in them. Can't have sharp turns in them. So there we go. Alright, so that one's doing weird stuff, so we're going to force this to go that way. So we have cloth to be collected. I can't move cloth with rail cars, so. Let's get rid of rail cars. Let's get rid of that. Being all clever and stuff, but yeah, not clever in the right way. Okay. Actually, yeah. So that to there, to there. Okay. Wooden conveyor, wooden conveyor, wooden conveyor. I'm going to go here. I'm going to put one of these in. And then I'm going to take that guy, and then we're coming across the road here. So I'm going to put that in and get rid of these because we don't have that necessary there. Something like this, and then if you're going to do there. Right. It needs to be that way. Yes. Nope. Okay. And now we have an interesting situation here, and that's one of the reasons why we need the special logistics blocks. We're going to take a splitter and we're going to put that there. And so now every one that comes here, one is going to go that way and one is going to go that way, unless it's full. So, and now we should start seeing cloth coming out. Yep, there we go. Okay, so what do we need here? Civics level 1, which we have. Tech level 4, which we have. It requires us to build the cloth conveyors. And the cloth conveyors are faster, so that will be beneficial that way. How was that moving? It's going pretty good. Let's add another worker or two. Is that 2 workers? I want to try and actually have this thing like So here we're getting the clock coming in over here as well. So that's starting to build us. So we have our wood conveyor belts in there at the moment. So what I want to do is, do I have a person sitting around? No, I do not. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves a generic worker who's going to sit around and do sweet FA most of the time. We're going to say, take wooden conveyor belts and drop them off here. And that's not going to be sufficient. We're going to drop it off there, so you gotta pick up wooden conveyor belts and then drop it off there. Okay, I'm going to take this guy and add a filter. I'm going to say conveyor belts, and we'll put wooden conveyor belts in the bottom one, and then we'll take wooden conveyor belts here, and we'll put them here, and we'll say conveyor belt, and then I'm going to take this guy and say pick up wooden conveyor belts and drop them there, and then we'll do the same thing for here. No, we needed to drop it off there. What are you doing? Drop off. There. Okay. So we're going to pick up the conveyor belts and drop them off there. There we go. What I think I'm going to do first off though is add that as a recipe I can use as well. And let's turn off the wood conveyor belt recipe because we don't need it now. And there, we're starting to actually put cloth conveyor belts in. So we can change this button here to being a cloth conveyor belt instead. Which will actually speed things up for us. They move just a little bit faster than the wooden ones. So you have decided that there are no more in there, so we're going to pick up the wooden conveyor belt, and you are going to drop it off there. Oh look, we can upgrade our tech level. Okay. I have no cloth conveyor belts available right now, but that will change. Three. Basically, once I finish this, I think we'll call it for the day. So the nice thing about the splitter is we have it even split, so the books here aren't generating anything weird or anything. So we can actually take that one. There should actually be somebody delivering stuff here. There isn't. Okay, so let's take the recipe. Let's take that cloth recipe out. And yeah, we're gonna weapon wheels and planks in storage as well, don't we? So, in space. What are you trying to? Oh, you're going there. Wooden rails, use it. Okay. Okay, that all seems to be moving along fine. Oh, I can upgrade that, so let's hit that upgrade button. Okay. That's a storage building, that's a storage building. Okay. So yeah. That was, I think, I found it sort of nice and dry. So let me take a bit of break. I'm going to switch games, and then we'll